welcome back to our channel. For this week's video, I'm going to show you how to adjust your margins and help reduce labeled waste. This is a very common question and I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. All right, let's get started.
All right, welcome back to our 1280 series. Today I'm going to show you all about margins. It's my most common asked question. Let's say we have what we're going to type. So we've got our word all typed out. And then we're going to print. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this function key and I'm going to keep going until I hear margins. Now, whatever you use last is what's going to go on. So in this case, margins is here. So you've come to margins and we're going to hit OK. Now, full margin is going to be 1 inch of tape on either side. Half of a margin is going to be 1/2 of an inch. And a narrow margin is 1/8 of an inch. Now keep in mind, there's an internal cutter blade. So on the part of the label that's leading the tape, that means to start. So for example, on this old tape, I've got a full margin on this side and a 1/2 on this side. Or excuse me, a full margin here because it had to pass that cutter blade. So keep in mind that there's an internal cutter blade in this that the tape has to pass. So no matter what your margin is, there's still going to be about 1/2 of an inch on that leading side because it has to pass that cutter. For example, let's say we select narrow margins and then we're going to print this. You can see it says print and then it's going to come out the top here. And then this again is that manual cutter and all you just click the button in, pops right off. So this end is that super narrow 1/8 of an inch margin, right? And then the beginning, you see this 1 inch of tape. This is what needed to pass the internal cutter. You'll notice these dots right here. These dots are the measurement to show you if you cut along these dots, you will have equal distance here on your tape. Now, the best way to avoid this is going to be, say you're printing out several labels, to throw a couple spaces and chop with scissors, in the middle. Because if not, every time you are going to have this wasted little tape there, it has to go through that cutter blade. Unfortunately, there's no way around that. So I'll show you though the different sizes. So that was a narrow. Let's go full margin. So you can really kind of see everything that you have for options. Okay. So this is a full margin. It looks, a little bit better, I think. You don't have the dots. And so you're not going to get technically quite as much wasted space because there was enough room for it to pass that internal blade. And then I'll show you lastly. Oh, we're going to go margin and then 1/2. Okay. Print. Okay. So this is going to show you that measurement of 1/2 right there. And then you still have this. So with the full margin, you don't get that measured dot because there was enough line to pass. So in my opinion, I think you actually waste less tape selecting a full margin because, let me lay these out. It is able to just pass that blade and then by itself without a measurement. And then it's not trying to give you, let's line up those eyes. So yeah, this is 1/2 an inch, 1/8 of an inch in full. The full really doesn't waste as much tape as you would think because it's already able to pass that internal blade. And that's what's happening on these things. Plus you get that measurement that you selected in there. But that's how you adjust the margins. And again, I always think it's helpful if I can try to, print and then say right here was another label starting. I would cut with scissors to help cut down on this extra piece of waste.
And it's as easy as that. Hopefully that will help save you some label waste in the long run. All right, I'll see you next week as we continue on with our PT1280 Label Maker series. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.